Hey guys, it's Rush G here. How are you all doing? And welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we are looking at MEATIES. So the reason I'm doing this video is because I had a really good conversation with one of the viewers, Ken, that's in Silver League, and he was asking some really good questions. It gave me the idea to create this video. He basically asked if I had a video on this topic. I do have a video on this topic. I actually have a playlist on this topic, but I'm completely honest, it's a lot of information, and I may replace that whole playlist with this one video. I think this will be summarized pretty nice and neatly for you guys. It's just to, I'm gonna pause it because Akuma stomping really annoys me. I should have chosen a different character. Right, so the concept of this video is where you get a knockdown, a very beginner sort of level. You need to recognize whether your opponent is quick rising or back rising off the ground. As I mentioned in my previous video, when you throw the opponent, they either have to delay rise or quick rise. There is no back rise option. But with a normal knockdown, so if you knock down with a special move, if you knock down with a normal, like a sweep, for example, I don't know, whatever, you put the opponent on the ground and they have the choice to mix up their wake up options using quick rise or back rise. Now there are situations where the opponent will want to back rise to escape certain pressure situations. A really basic example would be when Ryu, for example, does a medium punch DP anti-air. From what I understand, if you back rise, you escape the throw pressure, so there's no throw pressure Ryu gets after medium punch DP anti-air and you back rise. There are situations where you want to back rise, but also back rise, quick rise, the frame advantage changes. So you get more, you give the opponent more frame advantage if you back rise, but you move yourself away from the opponent, so nearer, putting yourself nearer to the corner, into the corner, but you're creating more space between you and the opponent. So that's maybe why you want to back rise. There are times I quick rise in certain situations where I think to myself, what that knockdown they've just done, they either don't know the meaty timing, or I'm going to wait quick rise and challenge. So I'm going to do a jab into crouch and medium kick, something to challenge their dash or pokey pressure. Doesn't always work, sometimes you lose, but it's another reason. You wouldn't really want to, for me, I don't think I'd back rise and press a button unless I think they're just going to try and close the gap, not try and meaty me. But on a quick rise situation, I may quick rise and press a button just to steal my turn back. It depends on the situation. You know, a lot of those situations for me are either hard reads or I recognize that situation is fake. Again, it doesn't always pay off. That's why people will mix up quick rise, back rise. That's situations why you may want to quick rise, back rise. But also, this is what this video is about, is you can quick rise and back rise to throw off the meaty timing altogether. So at a beginner level, you're not going to react to the quick rise, back rise animation. At a more advanced level, yes, you will react to the quick rise, back rise animation. It's very hard to do, it's not easy, but that's the level of play you want to get to as you progress through the game. In the lower leagues, in bronze, in silver, in gold, I think you're going to be committing to quick rise, back rise situation. What does that mean? It means if you identify your opponent is quick rising every time you knock them down, you want to use the quick rise Oki setup every time. Now you don't have to react, you just need to do this. That's all you need to do. If they back rise, then you then adjust. So if they're a back riser, let's call them back risers and quick risers. If this person back rises every time, then you want to change your approach and use the back rise Oki setup. Now there are setups for each situation and they differ ever so slightly, and I've just quickly refreshed my memory on a lot of them and I've got them ready for you. So understand, different knockdowns mean different timings, and also understands that the back rise, quick rise differentiates which option you'll go for. Now I'm going to do the same dash up pressure. So I'll either do one dash, two dashes, or just raw V skill, and I'm going to press a button. The button I press depends on whether they quick rise or back rise. But this tech is more for beginner players, but you need to understand that you want to recognize how they rise off the ground and then use the correct meaty timing, meaty button situation based on their rise type. The other factor that will differentiate what you do will be how you knock the opponent down. So I'm going to give you like 4 or 5 examples of knockdowns, common knockdowns you will see, and then what you will choose based on whether they're quick rise, back rise. Does that make sense? So I'm simplifying this for you guys in lower league, where I'm going to give you 4 or 5 knockdown situations, common ones, where they can quick rise, back rise, and then I'm going to give you the options you go for if they quick rise in that situation or back rise. So it's 4 or 5 examples, 2 situations. That means you just need to memorize these 8 or 10 situations, and they're very easy to memorize once you've labbed them up. So let's start with a real basic one. Let's start with target combo heavy kick tatsu first. It's a very common knockdown. So Kuma's going to wake up jab, reversal timing. So if I do chin buster into heavy kick tatsu, double check. So yeah, he's going to quick rise. It's always one forward dash here, very basic level. And I think it's a forward dash into 4 frame. Yeah. I messed the combo up, but you get the idea. Easy peasy. So that's the quick rise. What if they back rise? Well, you just replace the jab with stand heavy punch. You do a dash still. And that's your 2 options. So situation 1, target combo heavy kick tatsu, dash up jab quick rise, dash up heavy punch for back rise, and you will get crush counter if they press the button. Bear in mind, stand heavy punch on block at close range is -3, so it can be punished, but at this level not many people will punish you for that, so don't worry about it at all. Okay. This is not the same Oki situation if you get the raw heavy kick tatsu knockdown. I'm pretty sure it's different. Okay, no, it works. Okay, so fair enough then. So if you get like if you're like godlike in lower leagues, and you get these whiff punishes, that still works. Okay, that's fine. So sometimes if you put them in a juggle state first, like the target combo, and then you go into a special, the timing changes. I think for heavy punch DP specifically, it's different. So that's heavy kick tatsu, both grounded and target combo. So the second one I'm going to do is grounded heavy punch DP. So I think it's a dash now. So now you do V skill. So if you get a grounded heavy punch DP, you do V skill, crouch and medium punch. Don't think jab works. Oh, it does? Okay. Interesting. You can do the jab and the crouch and medium punch, that works. If they back rise, I think it's stand heavy punch again after the V skill. Yeah, as you can see there, it's not point blank this time, but it still works if they press jab. So that's 2 more situations. Grounded heavy punch DP. So what if you do target combo heavy punch DP? I think this is a little less more common. I don't really go for this. I usually go for target combo heavy kick tatsu or step kick. But if you do target combo heavy punch DP and they quick rise, oops. Okay, so the jab loses now, so I think it's crouching medium punch after the V skill. Let me just double check. Okay, cool. So that's probably the reason why I suggest using crouching medium punch, because simplify your options. It's the same option if it's a grounded heavy punch DP. The V skill crouching medium punch works for both grounded and target combo heavy punch DP. Back rise, I think back rise is a little tough if you get target combo heavy punch DP. Yeah, so if you do V skill heavy punch, it won't work. If you really want to get an auto time meaty in this situation, If they're a back riser, if you do chin buster into heavy punch DP, V-skill stand heavy kick will work. But that's punishable, and if I'm trying to think, I just don't think target combo heavy punch DP is very common. But I've thrown it in there because it's probably more common in lower leagues. I think lower leagues, but I think as you progress higher in the ranks, I think you'll be doing that less. It's because the heavy kick Tatsuoki is better, and I think step kick is a much easier confirm as well off the target combo. Where you're doing raw confirm, you would keep it simple. You'd go step kick in that situation. But I've showed you for an example what you can do. So if they're back rise after target combo, heavy punch DP, V-skill stand heavy kick works as well. So can you see what we're doing here? So we're building knowledge, but we're keeping the Oki setup the same. So we're always doing the same initial, you know, like closing the gap sort of situation. So we're either doing a dash, depending on the knockdown, or a V-skill, depending on the knockdown. You'll see in the next one, well, I think it's double dash in the next one. But we're keeping it the same regardless of quick rise, back rise. But I'm giving you the options to go for whether they're a back riser or a quick riser. The next one is step kick. I think this works whether you do target combo step kick or raw step kick. Normal knockdown, I think it's dash, dash, stand, jab. Or just jab. Let's have a look. Check. Yeah. So step kick, knockdown, it's 2 dashes and then it's jab. And if they're back rise, I believe it's 2 dashes and stand heavy punch. Yeah. Nice and easy. And as I mentioned, I think if you put them in a juggle state first. Okay, so juggle state's different. Okay, fair enough. If they're in a juggle state, crouching medium punch. They quick rise. Back rise, I'm hoping it still works. Ah, damn, that doesn't work. Okay, so step kick is a tricky one to do. So that's similar to, it's a similar situation to the heavy punch DP. So grounded step kick and airborne step kick, so when they're in a target combo juggle state, does change it ever so slightly. So that slightly confuses things. But again, they're common knockdowns, so you need to be aware of your options for both. So if they're a back riser and you get target combo into step kick, you've got to be careful with that timing. The stand heavy punch is going to be a little janky. You can either slightly delay it or just commit to the dash dash heavy kick, which again is going to be punishable if they block it at close range. So food for thought. I'll leave it with you to decide what you want to do there. There was one more knockdown. I can't remember what it was. There was definitely one more. I'm not going to use EX Tatsu because EX Tatsu, the Oki on EX Tatsu when they're back rise, I'll show you, is not very good. Maybe I spoke too soon. Okay, we'll do EX Tatsu. Okay, grounded EX Tatsu. V-skill crouching medium punch. Back rise. V-skill stand heavy punch. Yeah, see what I mean? It's a bit... You have to let the V-skill run out a little longer. Yeah, it's not completely auto-timed. There is a manual adjustment there. Oops. But it's possible to catch them. That is an option. If I'm honest, yeah, that's the auto time meaty, the V skill into immediate stand heavy kick. That's kind of why I didn't want to do EX Tatsu. Whereas that's guaranteed. That's instant V skill into instant crouching medium punch. If you put them in an airborne state, I think again it's going to change things. Oops. I'm going to check the BACKRISE specifically. Yeah, look at that, way out. You have to commit to the V-skill stand heavy kick if they're a BACKRISer after EX Tatsu. So EX Tatsu is a bit of a weird one. Learn it, but just know that if they're BACKRISE, they are quite far out in terms of getting Hiroki pressure. You have a knockdown with EXDP as well. I think EXDP is the same whether they're airborne and grounded. Let's have a look. I can't remember what Hiroki is here. Okay, so V skill into jab. BACKRISE. Yeah. V skill into stand heavy punch. And if they're airborne, damn, so airborne's crouching medium punch. Again, a slight adjustment there. BACKRISE, let's have a look. That's an unfortunate situation. So it's an ever so slightly delayed stand heavy punch. Get the BACKRISE. Punish if they wake up jab. So again, airborne and grounded is different for EXDP as well. So be conscious of that. Nah, that's not going to work. Yeah, definitely not going to work. But guys, I know I've rushed through that, but I should say I'm going to put a disclaimer at the beginning. Write those down. Just write down those knockdown situations, the airborne and the grounded states, and just write down the QUICKRISE, BACKRISE. Okay choice when you're committing to the pressure. So right, based on whether they're a QUICKRISer or a BACKRISer, what should I be doing? And if you can overlap any to simplify them. So we said the heavy punch DP. So heavy punch DP grounded and heavy punch DP after target combo. You've got was it V skill? I think it's V skill crouch and medium punch on both. So because that's the same for both, stick to that one. Don't complicate it by doing a different one for grounded and then a different one for airborne into heavy punch DP. Where you can simplify it, simplify it. I think that will help again for you beginner chem players. I think this will really help you get in your meaty pressure. Don't always go for meaties. Remember, the opponent can mix you up as well, so they can go for EXDP and wake up. They can backdash. They can neutral jump. They can obviously press the buttons, what we're trying to cover here. They can block, of course, that's another option. And of course, you can go for throw pressure as well. So this is just meaty normals. You can go for meaty throws, but that again depends on the knockdowns. For example, the EX Tatsu knockdown, you're not going to get V skill throw after an EX Tatsu knockdown. You're way too far. If they're BACKRISE, you won't get it. But bear that in mind as well. But you need to add the throw in. The situations where I'm doing dash 4 frame, where I'm doing dash 6 frame, the crouching medium punch, you'll all V skill, jab V skill 6 frame. You will get a V skill slash dash throw as well, so I can show you that quickly before we go. So I've got QUICKRISE. If I do target combo heavy kick Tatsu, you can see there I get a dash up throw option as well. So add that in where they're QUICKRISing and you're point blank and you get good pressure. Add the throw in as well. Experiment with it, just see what you can do. So lab these setups. Try the setups with the throw. Where does the throw work? Does it work in the QUICKRISE situations? Do I get hit if I go for throw? If they're BACKRISE, can I reach with the throw? Does the throw lose? Just try it out. Give it a try. See where you can implement the throw. And as you progress, remember what I said at the beginning of the video. Make sure that you focus on then transitioning to reacting to the QUICKRISE, BACKRISE. Don't do it at a beginner level. I really don't recommend it. It's way too much to take on board in those early stages. As you progress, look at trying to react to those situations, and trust me, you'll eventually learn how to react. You'll still mess it up. I mess it up, Pro players mess it up, whether it's online, offline, it happens. It's part of the mix-up game. It's part of, you know, risk reward. You're not going to hit your meaties every time, but you want to be at a place. If you really invest in this game, you want to improve massively. You will get to a point where you want to react to the QUICKRISE, BACKRISE. So guys, quite an intense video, a lot of information to absorb there, I know, but hopefully you've had your pen and paper, you've jotted the notes down, and you'll test them for yourself, and you'll see what suits you, and take it from there. Guys, any questions, any queries, give me a shout as always. Hopefully that's been informative, and I'll catch you in a future video. Take care.